This is our Project 3, The Data Glove, by Eric Mitchell and Tristan Paul.
The goals of this project are to measure movement of playing an instrument with flex sensors and an accelerometer attached to a glove. We monitored a snare, clarinet, and cello. We also wanted to make a musical instrument out of the glove and maybe have it control video games, but we ran out of time, so those have been removed.
We found a study done in the Journal of Neuroscience Methods focused on human finger movements in 2008. The team created a flex sensor glove similar to what we had, but had a more complete glove which covered the hand completely. They studied the motion of grasping a plastic cylinder with various subjects to determine how difficult calibrating the glove to different people was. We decided to go with a skeletal glove to reduce the interference on it that it would have on playing the clarinet, cello, and drums.
The ingredients of the glove, we used one accelerometer, 5 flex sensors, lots of wire and duct tape, and one cut-up glove. The accelerometer has 3 analog outputs, and the flex sensors have 5 analog outputs, since each one is a voltage divider. That means we have 8 analog outputs.
Okay, wait. But the Arduino only has 5 inputs, you say? Well, we made it work by using a 466 and some help from Dr. Bensky. We may not have the most beautiful circuit, but it does its job well, considering that it took a decent amount of time to solder all of it together.
The code starts off with the pin assignments and variable assignments, and through each loop it takes the acceleration by choosing which digital pin out is high, so the switches in the 4066 are thrown. It then saves the inputs of the flex sensors and the accelerometer to the SD card, and possibly, if we choose, it outputs that data to the serial port. This is the accelerations in my left hand when playing cello. I was playing Bach's Concerto in C minor, second movement. The Y data, you can see lots of large accelerations. This is probably due to vibrato. You can see the magnitude of the acceleration is dominated mostly by the Y acceleration. Here you can see the histogram of the actual the magnitude of the acceleration. The average acceleration that was measured was 24.56 meters per second squared, with the maximum acceleration being 44.15 meters per second squared. This is the acceleration for my roommate as he was playing snare. As you can see, there's a lot more acceleration than when I was playing cello. This is also taken over a much larger time frame, about 3 minutes. The histogram of the snare playing shows that there was more smaller accelerations, but at the same time it trails off a lot further. The maximum acceleration we measured was 56.87 meters per second squared, with the average being 17.62 meters per second squared.
The clarinet is different because it neither has large accelerations or a great number as the snare drum and cello do respectively. Instead, it focuses more on the flex sensors, since each one changes as you change the fingering of a note. The graph shown is me playing a B-flat major scale. This next graph shows a test demo of simply closing one finger at a time. As you can see, this doesn't only affect one of the flex sensors, since closing one finger at a time also affects the fingers next to it. To get a full measurement of the flex sensors, we need to do some more adjustments to the actual glove. As you can see, the levels aren't stable. Before we close all of the fingers, it's higher than when it's open. Then we close all the fingers, then when we open it again, it drops down. So there's still some oddness with the circuit. Besides adjustments to the flex sensors, if we had more time, we would extrapolate velocity and position from the acceleration. We weren't able to do this because the constantly changing orientation of the glove made the offset due to gravity hard to keep track of. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the premise for our Project 3 to be interesting as much as we did.